After a successful debut last weekend in Connecticut, BKFC keeps rolling. Tonight, we hit the gateway to the west, Omaha, Nebraska, ready to deliver more electrifying action as we return to Liberty First Credit Union Arena. This is BKFC Fight Night, Nebraska. Trinidad Snake vs. Peg. And it starts right now.
Fighting Championship is presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink. Omaha, Nebraska, on the banks of the Missouri River, the gateway to the west, is our setting once again for a night of bare knuckle fighting. The Liberty First Credit Union Arena has brought back the most exciting combat sport on the planet, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. We kick things off with a 3-fight preview. Just enough incredible action to hook you so you get the app and you're here all night long. Our main card is full of hitters. Undefeated Tommy Stratum, the incomparable Dr. Sarah Show in action, and our feature fight of the night early favorite between Stanislav Grosu and Alonzo Martinez. Our main event tonight features one of Omaha's toughest warriors, back and on a mission. Dakota Cochran has championship gold on his mind, and at number 4 in the division, he's very close. But across from him is a focused and hungry Jeremy Hit'em Holloway, fireworks guaranteed. And our main event at 4-0, Carlos Trinidad Snake isn't only the brightest star from Omaha, he could be next in line for a championship shot. But Dynamite striker Dustin Peg has his sights on the same title. A lot on the line in our main event tonight. And welcome to Liberty First Credit Union Arena here in Omaha, Nebraska. And we just had to come back to the Midwest, had to come back to the heartland, because folks, we love the fans here. They always come out in droves. They are literally filing into this arena as we speak. And of course, these Midwest fighters are always going to bring it every time. Now, right now, you are locked in to the preview technically, but folks, if you get the BKFC app right now, you're going to get the entire event for free. Get on your app store right now. It's free to download. Get it now, and you got the whole show for free. But if you decide you want to drop to $7.99, you are going to get next week in Puebla. You are also going to get Denver on the 31st for the Prospect Series. And we're going to be back across the pond in the UK for a Prospect Series event. You're going to get all that for $7.99, 3 fights in 3 countries. Awesome stuff. Get the BKFC app. Even got the Brian Sosha Bare Knuckles show. I mean, why wouldn't you want that? You get that as well. And of course, all of our archives, so many great fights. You get access to all that for $7.99 a month. Now, folks, what a night it is going to be. A fully stacked card, and to guide you through it is Sean Wheelock and Chris Lytle. Guys, what about this main event?
Thank you very much, Cyrus. Main event indeed, Chris. This is intriguing in the welterweight division. This is also hugely pivotal for both main event fighters. Carlos Trinidad Snake versus Dustin Peg.
2 of our best fighters at this weight class. Carlos Trinidad Snake, undefeated so far, been perfect. Everybody talks about Dustin Peg's 1 loss. That wasn't a loss, really. He was dominating the fight, hit the guy while he's down. This got disqualified, but this guy's been phenomenal the entire time. Whoever wins this fight, definitely in line for the next title fight.
Tonight's fight odds are presented by Kurgo, the official betting partner of BKFC.
Look at this card, Sean. Such close parity right here in all these fights. The one that I'm liking right here is Tommy Stratum, though, minus 233. He's been phenomenal so far. I look for him to do great work.
We are under the unified rules of bare knuckle fighting as administered this evening by the Nebraska Athletic Commission. Punching in the active clinch is allowed. All kicks, knees, and elbows are illegal, as are all takedowns and submissions. We open tonight here in Omaha with a bout in the lightweight division. Our tale of the tape is presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink for Brandon Meyer versus Eduardo Peralta.
A lot to go over here, Sean. The 3, it's height advantage, and the 4, it's reach advantage for Brandon Meyer. But to me, the main thing is the big weight difference. Peralta did miss weight. I'm not sure if that means he didn't have a good weight cut, if he wasn't able to train as much, if he's not in great shape, we will have to find out tonight, Sean.
Born in Mexico, now based in Dodge City, Kansas, here in the American Midwest, Eduardo Peralta is set for fight number 3 in BKFC. Peralta has also had 6 pro MMA bouts. Eduardo Peralta is naturally right-handed. He told us in our fighter meeting, I'm going to keep switching stances and do so to disrupt the rhythm and timing of my opponent, Brandon Meyer.
Well, he feels like he has the power edge, so he wants to pressure his opponent, utilize that jab to get inside, get in the pocket, and there is really going to be heavy on the body.
Peralta also told us, once I'm in the pocket, I am going to stay in the pocket of his opponent, Brandon Meyer, in this lightweight bout. He said, I think Meyer is basically a brawler. He's going to bring heavy forward pressure, but I think I can slow him down with my power punches.
Utilizing that overhand right and that left hook. That's what you have to do when you have the shorter guy with glass reach. That overhand gets you inside, but he knows he needs to land the power early. That will change the outcome of the fight if he gets in this opponent's head with his power shot.
3 fights in BKFC for Brandon Meyer. His most recent bout occurred March of this year when he defeated Fames by unanimous decision.
Brandon Meyer really starting to understand range, staying right where he wants to be at the end of his punches, and every time you try to get close, he'll counter, move out of the way, once it's straight right where he can hit you, and you cannot hit him. That's what you do when you have the reach advantage. People talk about it. Look at that great defense. Every time his opponent fired punches, he waited for the right time and fired back. Beautiful, beautiful. When somebody throws punches at you, make them pay. That's exactly what Brandon Myers is going to do with that range.
Set for fight number 4 in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Myers also had 2 pro MMA bouts. Like his opponent, Eduardo Peralta, Meyer is naturally right-handed, and like Peralta, Meyer told us in his fighter meeting he will keep switching stances. He said, I want to do so to be unpredictable. I want to control the center of the ring. A lot of feints, a lot of jabs from both stances.
And that's something that an experienced fighter understands. You want to be versatile. You want to be unpredictable. When people figure out where punches are coming from, it's easy to counter. When you keep changing stances, you keep changing angles, it makes it very difficult for your opponent to figure out, especially with 2-minute rounds.
Meyer told us of Eduardo Peralta, I definitely respect my opponent's punching power. I have to be aware of his big overhands on the entries and short, powerful punches on the inside. Meyer said he might have punching power. I feel I have punching power. Meyer also said, I believe I am much faster than Eduardo Peralta.
Well, Meyer understands he has to set the pace, and that means controlling the center of the ring. If he can control when and where the fight happens, he feels like he's going to win easily.
Meyer said, my main concern on Eduardo Peralta is his power. I'm going to negate that with my speed, my accuracy, and excellent positioning throughout the ring.
He's going to use that movement. That's where you defeat power with constant movement. Makes it hard to set your feet and use that power.
To get our evening started, we send it to the always outstanding Jeff Houston.
Hello, hello, hello. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been one long year since we've been here live to the world at the Liberty First Credit Union Arena. Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship has returned. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BKFC Fight Night Omaha! We are set for our first fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the lightweight division. Presented to you by Bucked Up Energy Drink. Get bucked up. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears black. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall. His official weight, 162.8 pounds. He toes the line for the 3rd time. Fighting out of Dodge City, Kansas. Here is Eduardo Peralta. And across the ring, his opponent,
Fighting out of the blue corner, tonight he wears the patriotic red, white, and blue. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. His official weight, 153.6 pounds. His BKFC record stands at 2 victories opposite a single defeat. Fighting out of Omaha, Nebraska, here is Brandon Beast Mode Meyer. And our referee in charge of the action, Andrew Glenn.
Eduardo Peralta told us, I want to land power punches off of scratch to set the tone early in this fight. Round number 1. American flag trunks for Brandon Meyer, solid black trunks for Eduardo Peralta.
I think Peralta's going to need to do that because Meyer's really starting to turn into a guy with confidence, and that's a dangerous thing.
Long jab from Peralta. The fighters, as you see, in their natural orthodox stance, and they say they would be switching with the right hand on the turn from Meyer. Reset from Peralta. Off the jab goes Eduardo Peralta.
Peralta did land some powerful shots right there. Meyer took him very well.
Counter right hand on the step in from Meyer. Meyer resetting on the outside. 125 remaining round number 1. We're at 155 pounds. See the hand fighting? You see the lead parries? Body head, that was slick from Peralta. Jab right back from Meyer. Meyer in the southpaw stance. There's the right to the body from Peralta. Peralta on the overhand right.
I like what Peralta doing. He keeps stepping outside that lead foot and makes those straight rights land.
Meyer staying active with his lead hand. Peralta sitting just behind mid-range, looking to explode in. Now 45 seconds remaining, round number 1. Duck under from Peralta on the Meyer hook. Peralta forward off the jab, resetting. Chris, both fighters said they would switch stances constantly. Both are switching stances constantly here in round 1.
I like it when they're honest with it, Sean.
On the left hand, to the inside. Reset again, center circle.
I'm liking the combinations I'm seeing from Peralta. He's laying on the body, laying on the head, and getting out.
10-second clock. Closing seconds, round number 1. Very competitive, very even round number 1. There's the right hand that lands from Brandon Meyer. The bell next stop, round 2.
That was a beautiful round. Both guys did well. Both guys did what they wanted to do. Really like to see more of that. Peralta seemed more relaxed than we've seen him in the past. Throwing combinations and getting out just very good. That being said, Brandon Myers, he did well himself. He countered well. This is what you like, Sean, when we have a fight where both guys, when punches are thrown at them, they're not sailing up waiting for their turn. As soon as they're getting punches thrown at them, they fire back immediately. And that's what we have when we have a great fight. I was a little surprised to see this was the first fight of the night. These guys are very high level to be the first fight. Two very talented combat sports athletes, two very talented and pedigreed BKFC fighters. Brandon Meyer versus Eduardo Peralta, round number 2. Long jab from Meyer off the back step. And you can see Peralta is just waiting to explode. Peralta feinting on the level change. Fighter striking stance, left hook, entry from Peralta, bang to the body goes Eduardo Peralta. Counter right hand from Meyer. Peralta waving it forward. Just when it looked like Peralta was having his way, Meyer threw back with a great punch. Slight cut, right brow, Brandon Meyer. Big left hand on the step in from Eduardo Peralta. Myers is taking these extremely well. See the head movement now of Eduardo Peralta. Meyer on the pivot, back to the inside, counter right hand from Brandon Meyer. And that got in the eye of Peralta. You can see it's bothering that left eye. Suddenly Peralta's left eye was completely closed. Peralta's got to get on his bike or tie up. If you can't see, you're going to have some problems. Meyer trying to come forward from range.
Peralta trying to come forward into the pocket from mid-range, just like that on cue. Big left hand! Now to the body goes Eduardo Peralta. Meyer looking to counter off the ropes. Meyer cut under his right eye.
John, just what I talked about earlier. These guys are getting hit and they're firing right back. That's beautiful.
This is a fun fight. BKFC Fight Night Omaha.
And Peralta is working the body extremely well.
Quality opener to this 11-bout card. Now 20 seconds remaining, round number 2. There's the explosion again, that left hook getting through from Peralta. Peralta again going hard to the body of Brandon Meyer. Meyer on the half-tie plum. There's the separation from Andrew Glenn. Both fighters in the center circle. The feint on the jab from Meyer. Overhand right just before the bell that ends round number 2.
Sean, Peralta is throwing some fantastic body fights. We're seeing a lot more good body work after Rivera, but here's the beginning of that round where Peralta just throwing great body shots. And look at that beautiful right hand fire back by Meyer. Here's another angle of that, just coming in with hard punches. Meyer doing a good job of blocking to the head, but those body shots are getting through. Beautiful counter right hand, waited for the right time. And here's towards the end of the round, Peralta continuing to work that body. Meyer continuing to throw back. Sean, this is the way you start off the night. This gets all the other fighters hype, gets the crowd hype. Exactly what you want.
Scan the QR code on your screen. BKFC Fight Night Omaha. 11 bouts in total tonight at Liberty First Credit Union Arena. Third round, Brandon Meyer versus Eduardo Peralta. 2 really competitive rounds to start this card. There's the right hand. That was clever. Double right hand from Peralta.
Threw it to the body, and then upstairs, he knew the hand wouldn't be in position.
Meyer staying long. There's the right hand through. Hand right again, big hooks from Peralta. Straight 1-2 from Meyer, not getting through. You can see Chris. Meyer wants to be long, Peralta wants to be in the mid-range, just like that right hand, left hook.
It's just that power that Peralta's landing is beautiful. Coming in with power shots. He talked about establishing that power early, and he's doing it early and often.
Left hook again from Eduardo Peralta, now the right hand. Left hand right back from Meyer off the long jab. Again to the body, uppercuts to the body, now to the head. Big rear right hands thrown by Peralta.
Meyer waits for the right time, and then that big right hand afterwards.
Again, Peralta waving forward, Meyer off the Meyer 1-2. 35 seconds remaining, round 3.
The way Peralta's crouching down, being a little target, and then he explodes in with that powerful right hand off a push off the back foot is beautiful.
Long jab not there for Meyer. Trying to keep Peralta in range. Good high elbow block from Peralta. Left hand from Meyer. Both fighters continue to have their moments. Final seconds, round number 3. Peralta to the body. Peralta get to the body with the right hook. More body work from Peralta. We move to round 4.
Shall we talk about the evolution of this sport? Fighters getting better at certain things, and I feel like body work's been one of them. We saw it last week with Jimmy Rivera, had some great body work, and we're seeing it tonight with Peralta. All that being said, Brandon Meyer is fighting very well himself, but Peralta's just feeling like he's at a different level than he has been in the past. Beautiful left hand right there, fantastic job. Hard punches being thrown and landed, but once again, Meyer, he's taken a lot of these, but always picks the right time and throws back that big right hand.
Andrew Glenn, the referee, calling both fighters up to scratch. Cold knuckle up from Glenn. Round number 4 underway. There's the left hook from Peralta. Just off the mark from Eduardo Peralta. And level change again to the body. Overhand right from Meyer. Chris, we're seeing more and more level change entries from Eduardo Peralta as this fight progresses.
So difficult to stop when somebody changes levels and explodes in, pushes off that back foot, closes that gap.
Meyer staying active with the lead hand from the orthodox stance. Switching to southpaws, Brandon Meyer. Left hand again, overhand right, just off the mark from Meyer. 15 remaining, round 4. Straight right hand from Peralta. The duck under right hook. Right hook, that was negated. Peralta couldn't find the entry at that point. Long jab again from Meyer. Meyer trying to double his jab from range. Big to the body with the left hook. That landed. Meyer took that exceedingly well.
Really,
Hit to the body goes Peralta.
really impressed with Meyer's ability to take these body shots.
Right hand, left hand. Back to the body goes Eduardo Peralta. Short uppercuts to the head from the half-time plug. Heavy shoulder pressure now. Lead shoulder, more big shots. Andrew Glenn taking a close look at this sequence. Meyer trying to turn. There's the separation from Glenn. Strong sequence from Peralta.
And just so many body shots are adding up. They're doing their damage, slowing down Brandon Meyer.
Right uppercut lands from Peralta. Strong round number 4 from Eduardo Peralta. Brandon Meyer still very much in this fight as we move to the 5th and final round.
If you're in the corner of Brandon Meyer, you have to feel like we're down big, we have to do something different. That jab is not going to cut it. You have to set up that left hand, that uppercut, catch Peralta coming in, bait him in, get right in range, and you know he's going to come with that overhand right. Time that uppercut. You have to do a big move at this point. I feel like you're down. Then again, I've been wrong on the scores before, and I'll be wrong again. You know what would be nice, Sean?
Real-time open scoring, Chris.
You said it, not me. Now, here's going to be the interesting thing. Let's see what Peralta decides to do. I have a feeling he's going to go for the finish. He wants to get out and make a statement. This is the most relaxed, the most explosive, the calmest we've seen him. I feel like he's getting better and better with each round.
First up to scratch to start the 5th and final round. Brandon Meyer now up to scratch. Eduardo Peralta. 5th and final round underway of this highly entertaining lightweight fight. Meyer on the hook. To the jab for Brandon Meyer. There's the rear 2, couldn't find it. Chested from Peralta looking for the entry. His explosions have been outstanding in this fight. Meyer's done his best work, staying long, staying straight. Peralta's done his best work to the body and on the explosive entries. Just off the mark from Peralta. Overhand right didn't fully land from Peralta. They're continuing to circle on the outside. To the level change, heavy front shoulder. 65 seconds remaining, round 5. Hit entry, hook to the body goes Eduardo Peralta. Stop. Separation from Andrew Glenn.
I look at Meyer. Meyer's really starting to hurt now.
This fight is over. Stop the round 5 and a win for Eduardo Peralta.
And that was just that overwhelming body work, that pressure. You can see Brandon Meyer is upset. He didn't want to be stopped, but man, that was a beautiful job of body work being displayed right there. By far the best we've seen Peralta look.
The breakdance celebration in the center circle for the victor, Eduardo Peralta, his first win in BKFC. Andrew Glenn, Chris, clearly heard something that he did not like from Brandon Meyer. There was the break out of the clinch. Glenn then talking to Meyer, and then after the slight delay, Glenn stopping his fight and let the celebration begin for Eduardo Peralta.
And you talked about this being her first win. He was in a fight where he won the first 4 rounds against Dakota Copper and then got hurt.
Brandon Meyer most definitely had his moments, but as this fight progressed, Eduardo Peralta more and more effective with his body punches, his hooks, his entries. He really, I thought, took the fight over in round 4 and finished in round 5.
That was a near flawless performance by Peralta, in my opinion. You can see here beautiful or fantastic percentage right now being landed by Peralta. 144 attempts, but 64. That's he's doing some good work out there. Meyer did great work himself.
Presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink. We go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Andrew Glenn, steps in and calls a stop to this fight at 1 minute 10 seconds into round number 5. For your winner by TKO, Eduardo Peralta.
All right, Eduardo. All right, come on over here, man. Listen, this is a first. This is history right here. We never do an interview on the very first fight of the night. But what you did tonight here in Omaha, you brought the heat, and you are setting the tone for the entire event here in this arena. How you feeling right now, man?
I feel fucking amazing right now. First and foremost, I want to give a shout out to Brandon. Give a hand out to Madden, guys. He's a freaking warrior. He took the fight, even though I couldn't make weight. He took the fight. He's a good fighter. I know he's going to come back. Give it up for Brandon in Omaha, Kansas, Omaha, Nebraska, guys.
This is what you can expect all night long. Let's hear it for Eduardo Peralta.
Amazing performance for Peralta. Looks, if he fights like that, you have another guy you really have to worry about in this weight class.
3 very competitive rounds. Eduardo Peralta versus Brandon Meyer. Peralta starting to take control in round 4 and then finishing in round number 5. And our opening fight of the night, victorious by way of 5th round TKO, Eduardo Peralta defeats Brandon Meyer.
Friday, May 31st, the world's most exciting combat sport, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship is back with another explosive night of fights. In the main event, Keegan Vandermeer tries to get back to his winning ways when he scraps with a powerhouse who hasn't lost a fight in 2 years, Sawyer DP. In the co-main event, 2 unbeaten titans collide, but only one can emerge victorious as Andrew Strode knuckles up with Dom the Bomb Carey. Watch it live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com. Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
People that are missing it are missing out big time.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month.
To the welterweight division we go. Our tale of the tape is presented by OnlyFans for Cassius Kane versus Dionisio Ramirez.
And Sean, it's the height, it's the reach advantage for Kane that makes a big difference. 7 inches. Ramirez needs to get inside. Kane needs to stay long and make his opponent pay for trying to get close.
Dionisio Ramirez now set for his Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship debut. Ramirez is a veteran of 14 pro MMA bouts. He is former teammates with his opponent in this welterweight fight here in BKFC, Cassius Kane. The two have previously trained extensively together. Ramirez said of Cassius Kane, he has a very traditional walk-forward Muay Thai style. I have to find the angles. I know from our numerous sparring and training sessions that he has a powerful right hand of which I must be aware.
Ramirez needs to utilize feints, jabs, talked about cutting angles, and coming over the top. That is the key when you have shorter arms and a shorter reach. That overhand right lands often. He has to throw that. He has to close that gap by throwing power shots.
Ramirez said, I'm a counter striker by nature, but I know that I have the tendency to open up if I am getting hit hard.
Understands he cannot let his opponent dictate the pace. If Kane dictates the pace, it's going to be a tough night for Ramirez all night. He's got to dictate the pace himself.
Cassius Kane now set for his BKFC debut. Kane has had 20 pro MMA bouts, 1 in pro boxing. In our fighter meeting, Kane said, I want to utilize a bouncy stance, work to the clinch, but do not rush into the clinch. Of his opponent in this bout, former teammate, training partner Dionisio Ramirez, Kane said, I know he's very fast, I know he's very athletic, but I also know that I have a lot more punching power than he does.
It surprised me. Kane said he wanted to get in the clinch. That's strange to me when you got that reach advantage, but when he gets in there, he feels like he needs to throw a lot of uppercuts. He must have felt something in the sparring that lets him to believe if he gets inside, he's going to have a good night.
Kane said, I'm going to keep coming forward. I believe Dionisio Ramirez is going to keep coming forward. I'm going to throw uppercuts. I'm going to throw hard, short hooks on the inside.
But he wants to make sure he's using angles, cannot stay linear, cannot back straight up. He's got to use side-to-side motion.
Again, Jeff Houston.
Fight fans of Omaha, we are set for the next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the welterweight division, presented to you by OnlyFans. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears black. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, his official weight 164.8 pounds. He is an MMA veteran of 14 fights, and tonight makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Omaha, Nebraska, by way of Indio, California, here is Dionisio Nicho Ramirez. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears red and white. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall. His official weight, 164.6 pounds. He holds a combined combat sports record of 21 fights, and tonight makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Omaha, Nebraska, here is Cassius Killa Kane. And our referee in charge of the action, Brandon Pfannenstiel.
Dionisio Ramirez told us, I want to make this an inside fight, but I will not be stationary on the inside.
Knuckle up.
Call of knuckle up emphatically from referee Brandon Pfannenstiel. Round number 1. Red and white trunks for Cassius Kane, black trunks for Dionisio Ramirez. Long jab from Kane. Hard 2 coming in from Ramirez, another right hand.
They are going right at it.
Big left hand lands from Ramirez. Kane trying to mirror the hips from the outside. Overhand just off the mark from Ramirez. Ramirez to the inside left hand. In the tie clinch, left hand. The turnout now, Ramirez coming forward, left hand. And that drops Cassius Kane.
Let's see how hurt Kane is. He's rocked.
There's the mandatory 8 by Brandon Pfannenstiel to Cassius Kane.
Kane needs to be smart now. Stay long or tie up.
Right back to it. Kane off the jab. Ramirez to the inside on the right hand. Hard overhook hit by Kane. Both fighters still throwing. Here's Pfannenstiel on the separation.
Great experience by Kane. Did a perfect job.
Overhand right from Ramirez. Ramirez left uppercut. 50 seconds remaining, round number 1. And the duck under. Short right hand again for Ramirez. Overhook again, held by Kane. Ramirez now coming forward off the overhand right. Kane, there's the naked 2 and a left hook lands from Ramirez.
Ramirez going for the finish. He knows his opponent's hurt. He's jumping on him right now. Exactly what he needs to do. Try and take him out while he's hurt. Don't give him that minute rest.
The clinch again, left hand on the separation from Dionisio Ramirez.
And you can see Kane is clearly still slower than
Overhand left hand, knockdown number 2 recorded by Ramirez.
That's all she wrote. Sean, that's it.
The count of 8. The count of 10. Game, set, match, Dionisio Ramirez.
What a debut, Sean. What a performance. Ramirez looks like this sport might be exactly what he needed. Understands he can get inside and throw power shots. That's all it takes is one shot. Right on the chin, right on the button. It's that punch you don't see, hurts you. What a combination. The overhand right followed by the left hook. That's why you throw that combination. If you land one, that second one is going to be wide open, and they're not going to see it. It's one you don't see that hurts you. Ramirez landed both of them.
Chris, I've previously commentated Cassius Cain in Pro MMA. He's a really talented fighter, and Cain simply had no answers for Dionisio Ramirez. Ramirez, explosive and precise with his power on the inside.
Well, after that first knockdown, Cain did a good job of trying to tie his opponent up, to get your legs back underneath you, to get yourself a few minutes break, a few seconds to try and get those legs, the blood flowing back there. But Ramirez was having none of it. He just jumped on his opponent, continued to throw bombs. When you have a guy hurt, finish him. Don't give him that 1 minute break. They can get their win back, they can get their legs back, they can be a totally different fight. When you hurt them, you gotta capitalize.
That was an outstanding BKFC debut for Dionisio Ramirez.
Power and accuracy, that's a dangerous combination.
BKFC's welterweight division is deep. It just got that much deeper.
And you can see the look of disappointment on Cain. Talked about being training partners. They knew what each other had. It's unfortunate when it happens like that for the loser, but the winner, man, he's got to be ecstatic right now.
You can download the QR code on your screen. Download the BKFC app. Tonight is BKFC Fight Night Omaha. Here's Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge of the action, Brandon Pfannenstiel, reaches the count of 10 at 1 minute 59 seconds into round number 1. For your winner by KO, Dionisio Nicho Ramirez.
And there's a fantastic debut for Ramirez. We have another guy in here who could cause a lot of problems with punching power and accuracy. If he can display that again, Sean, he's going to have a lot of success.
Dionisio Ramirez said, I want to get to the inside, but don't be stationary on the inside. Check and check. Outstanding in his BKFC debut. Victorious by way of first round KO, Dionisio Ramirez defeats Cassius Cain.
Friday, May 31st, the world's most exciting combat sport, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship is back with another explosive night of fights. In the main event, Keegan Vandermeer tries to get back to his winning ways when he scraps with a powerhouse who hasn't lost a fight in 2 years, Sawyer DP. In the co-main event, two unbeaten titans collide, but only one can emerge victorious as Andrew Strode knuckles up with Dom the Bomb Carey. Watch it live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com.
We are all the way live from Satellite 5. I'm Brian Socha, and as always, so much to get into this week on the Bare Knuckle Show. We're glad you're hanging out.
Bare Knuckle just takes one shot. If he can land a good shot, he can do some damage.
6 new major signings, a new location overseas that we're going to be doing.
It gives me so much more energy and reason to go ahead and do what I do.
Oh, shit!
Oh, shit!
It's inappropriate.
And we are live from the Liberty First Credit Union Arena in Omaha. BKFC Fight Night presented by Bucked Up, OnlyFans, Grunt Style Apparel, and Forged Irish Stout. And now your tale of the tape brought to you by Forged Irish Stout.
At 145 pounds, Josh Krejci versus Nate Moro.
One of those strange situations, John, where Krejci does have a 2-inch height disadvantage, however, an 1.5-inch reach advantage.
This is fight number 1 at BKFC for Nate Moro. He's had 7 professional mixed martial arts bouts, 5 in professional boxing, 1 in professional kickboxing. In our fighter meeting, Nate Morrow told us, I want to continue to flow with the movement. He said, my game is built on continually reading and reacting smartly. Ideally, I want to stay a distance, but I'm going to be continually adaptive.
Understands he would love to be outside picking his opponent apart, but however, he understands he's always ready for a dogfight when push comes to shove.
Of his opponent in this featherweight fight, Josh Krejci, Nate Morrow said, Krejci is extremely game, but with that, he's also extremely hittable. I think he's going to use that Archie Moore, George Foreman heavyweight style and light heavyweight style cross-arm defense. Morrow said, I think that's difficult for a smaller weight fighter, and I think I can get my fist through that cross-arm defense of Krejci.
But one of his keys, he said he has to make sure he gains his opponent's respect by landing some power shots early. That makes his opponent can try and go through there and bully him around. If he can get in there and land a couple hard shots early, can totally change the way his opponent fights.
Josh Krejci made his BKFC debut May of 2022. He defeated TJ Benson by 4th round KO.
And Krejci does a great job of pressuring his opponent. Wants to get into the pocket and overwhelm you with power shots. You're not seeing too many jabs because he doesn't need to. Once he closes that gap, he gets in. He makes it to where you can't get full extensions on your punches. Once they get into the pocket, continue to work the bodies, continue to throw the head, just overwhelm you with volume and make it tough for you to continue to throw back counter shots. If he can get in there and fight his style of fighting, it's hard to beat Krejci.
This is fight number 3, the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship for Josh Krejci. He's also had 4 pro MMA bouts. In our fighter meeting, Krejci said, I want to be very sharp with my fundamentals, with my basics. That's really been my focus in training for this fight with Nate Morrow. I'm going to use a heavily bladed, heavy front shoulder stance.
Just what we saw there from the tail of the tape, or not tail tape, the little preview of what he does. He wants to get into that mid-range, close the range, clinch if he needs to, but sometimes he wants to just get in there and bang it out.
Krejci said, I am willing to sacrifice speed for power because I believe that I have knockout power. I'm going to move on angles on the inside. Once I'm in, I'm going to stay in with very high volume.
He wants to really work on capitalizing on all these opportunities he gets, but the main thing, he has to stay in control. Sometimes it gets too wild. He knows he needs to calm down a little bit and pick his shots better.
To get us started, Jeff Houston.
We are set for the next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the featherweight division. Presented to you by Forged Irish Stout. Not here to take part, here to take over. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears black. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. His official weight, an even 145 pounds. He holds an MMA record of 4 victories opposite 3 defeats, and tonight makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Lincoln, Nebraska, by way of Hastings, Nebraska. Here is Nate, the Badman Morrow. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears gray. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall. His official weight, 145.6 pounds. His BKFC record stands at 1 victory opposite a single defeat. Fighting out of Omaha, Nebraska, here is Jarhead Josh Krejci. And our referee in charge of the action, Tyrone Roberts.
BKFC debut for the very accomplished professional boxing referee Tyrone Roberts, now calling both fighters up to scratch. Morrow said, I'm going to smartly find openings. I believe this will be a fight of attrition. Tyrone Roberts starts this featherweight fight, round number 1. Gray camouflage trunks for Josh Krejci, black trunks for Nate Morrow. Very low stance for Krejci, overhand right. Positional taller stance, now a jab to the body from that tall stance from Morrow. See the up and down, bouncing movement of Morrow, overhand right on the entry. Didn't fully land. Straight 1-2 from Morrow. Morrow again looking to the body with the naked 2. And big swings to the head from Krejci. Krejci getting very deep in the back foot on that stance. He told us he would do that, Chris. He said he wanted to spring forward.
That's where that power comes from. You push off that back foot, you can close it out distance, but you can also throw power shots.
See the over-under? Good refereeing from Tyrone Roberts, letting this go, working out of the clinch, both men. 60 seconds remaining, round number 1. The fighters landing in the last clinch. Extreme left hook on the check left hook, landed from Morrow. Krejci again, sitting deep on his back foot. He's coming forward tall on his front foot. Morrow to the body, Morrow to the head. Left hook! Keeping his balance, Josh Krejci. Run it to the pocket, Morrow couldn't find it there on the left to the body. 5 seconds remaining, round number 1 of this featherweight fight. Morrow talked about being fluid, trying to be fluid, creative with his footwork. Krejci on the jab. Jab again from Josh Krejci. Right hand, left hand. On the left hand, continuing to throw the jab from southpaw to the bell is Nate Morrow. Next stop, round number 2. Later tonight, it is our co-main event in the middleweight division. OnlyFans brings you our exclusive look at the arrival back of the house of Dakota Cochran. Behind him, his regular training partner, UFC veteran Derek Minner. Dakota Cochran looking for win number 5 in BKFC as he will face the undefeated Jeremy Holloway, who enters 1-0-1 in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. A look of complete focus on his entry arrival for Jeremy Holloway. Exclusive look back of the house at our co-main event arrivals presented by OnlyFans. You will see it tonight, BKFC Fight Night Omaha. Scan the QR code now and download the BKFC app.
And Sean, I know it's only a few-inch reach advantage for Nate Morrow, but the way that fight went, it looked like it was a bigger reach advantage. I like when he stayed long and came in behind that 1-2. I'd like to see him use more of that in and out, staying long and coming inside.
Round number 2. The overhand right from Krejci did not land, but it moved more off his striking line. Jab now from Krejci. Hook from Josh Krejci. He took that well, walking through it, trying to explode in.
Looks like Morrow understands what I'm saying. When he steps in, lands that long too. It's a very good combination for him.
Morrow high elbows on the 1-2. Krejci looks to the body.
Krejci likes to get inside and throw a combination of just body shots, but Morrow's not playing that game. He's backpedaling out.
The left hand from Krejci didn't fully land. Morrow long on the 2. Morrow's just very long and straight with his punches. Overhand right from Krejci.
That double jab too is going to pay dividends for Morrow if he can continue to step in.
Left hook. Side forward pressure now from Nate Morrow. Morrow staying very active with his lead hand. 55 seconds remaining, round 2. Left hook and down goes Josh Krejci. Off the canvas to take the mandatory 8 count from referee Tyrone Roberts.
6, 7, 8,
right back to it.
Just those straight punches from Morrow.
Morrow trying to turn up the pressure, turning up the pressure right back is Josh Krejci.
Krejci throwing wild punches. He's opening himself up. That's what Morrow can counter.
Short left hand and ruled a slip immediately by Tyrone Roberts. No protestation from Nate Morrow. We fight on. Closing seconds, round number 2. But Morrow has recorded a knockdown here in the second round. They're coming from Morrow. Left hook, another left hook, right hand. And that is definitely a knockdown. Here's the mandatory 8 count again from Tyrone Roberts.
7, 8, you okay?
Krejci telling Roberts he's okay. There is the bell. We are through 2 rounds.
And Krejci has got to tighten these punches that he's throwing wild punches, and he's opening himself up. It's a very easy knockdown for Morrow. All he has to do is wait for Krejci to throw a punch. He's out of position, counter, you're gonna knock him down. Morrow is used to this range, this is what's perfect for him. Crazy wants to get inside where he can unload those body punches, but if he's outside throwing, when you miss, you're open for the counter, and that's what Morris, when he's waiting for his time, when he's outside, he comes in behind that double jab right hand and lands, and if not, he just waits for Crazy to throw, and then he counters. And here's the very first knockdown. The good step in.
Chris, this was ruled a slip by referee Tyrone Roberts.
He was off balance, but that could have came from that left hand that came from all. That was questionable. And this is no doubt. Waiting for the left, that right hand. See, Crazy threw that right hand, put him out of position on that left hand. Then he got countered.
So officially a 2 knockdown round for Nate Morrow, round number 2. Presumably a 10-7 across the board from the 3 Nebraska judges for Nate Morrow. So round number 3 we go. Hard entry swings to the body from Josh Krejci.
That might be Krejci's best chance to get in close.
Driving pressure, that's clearly a slip. Now holding his forehead on the canvas is Josh Krejci.
Might have been a headbutt there.
This is being counted by referee Tyrone Roberts. That was ruled a knockdown by Roberts.
That's surprising.
So officially 3 knockdowns ruled. 2 from Krejci.
The punches that Krejci throws are a little telegraph. Morrow's having no problem seeing those things coming.
65 seconds remaining, round number 3. Big swings, counter left hook, landing cleanly by Morrow.
And that's those wild punches that Krejci keeps throwing. It's throwing him out of position and opening him up to all kinds of counters.
Krejci just spun 360 on the missed overhand right.
Never a good thing.
Morrow clean on the 1-2, another big swing by Krejci, resetting his feet. Morrow hard from range, the duck under. Morrow though cut in his right eyelids. Josh Krejci, to his credit, he's been officially dropped 3 times in this fight. He is still swinging big, again turns 360. Deep swelling now under Krejci's right eye. 20 seconds remaining, round 3. Counter left hand from Morrow. Krejci on the down, number 4.
Krejci looks finished.
The count of 10. Welcome to Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, Nate Morrow.
Great job for Morrow to stay relaxed. He waited for Krejci to throw another wild punch, put him out of position. It was an easy counter for Morrow. Just waiting for the right time, waiting for his opponent to miss. Easy counter for him.
You are watching BKFC Fight Night Omaha, presented commercial-free by Bucked Up Energy Drink.
You know what?
Josh Krejci, as always, was extremely game. Nate Morrow in his BKFC debut was on point.
Let's go, baby!
Thought it was a headbutt, it was not. It was a left hand.
That's how we do it.
Good combination landed. It was all started by that left hand that Krejci threw. A little bit wild, got him out of position, then he didn't see the uppercut coming.
Chris, nearly a decade ago, I commentated Nate Morrow in AMI MMA. I saw his potential.
That was a
potential coming to fruition tonight in his BKFC debut. Quality win for Nate Morrow against an always tough and game opponent in Josh Krejci.
And Sean, in our interview, this guy's had nothing but positive energy the entire weekend we saw him. Tomorrow was so happy to be here, ready to come on, put on a show. He did so.
Our final strike stats are presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink.
51%. Landed by Morrow, was very efficient, very calculated, waited for the right time, waited for the opportunity, and capitalized.
Here's Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Tyrone Roberts, steps in and calls a stop to this fight at 1 minute 59 seconds into round number 3. For your winner by TKO, Nate the Bad Man
being his first fight, Nate Morrow looked extremely relaxed, extremely confident. The distance, the range, nothing seemed to give him any problems. He looked like a veteran out there.
Big swings from the outside from Josh Krejci. Precision punches from range and the mid-range from Nate Morrow. 4 knockdowns to the knockout. Victorious by way of third-round KO. Nate Morrow defeats Josh Krejci.
And here we take a look. It is the OnlyFans exclusive look. One half of the main event, Carlos Trinidad Snake, undefeated right here in his hometown, here in the Liberty First Credit Union Arena. This is where he